Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over the top 5 things that you need to get started if you're looking to raise baby chicks. We've got 55 broilers coming in about 2 weeks. So this is our top 5 things that we need to get ready for our baby chicks. And these 5 items are in no particular order. And when we finish the video, just leave us a comment at the end if you thought of something that maybe we didn't share today. All right, the number 1 thing you need is a brooder. Okay, this is a step up from the previous one we did last year, where we took 4 pieces of just plywood and intersected them together and made a brooder right on the floor. Well, this one's a little bit more advanced. And we made a previous video going through this brooder, but the thing that we love about this is it's off the ground and it's elevated. And it also doubles as a chicken hospital. So we've got one of our hens in there. So I'll leave the link to the videos above. We built 2 of them. So now we can house 55 in one when we first get them. And then as they get about a week old, we're going to divide them up so that they have a little bit more room in the brooders. The thing that I love the most about these is we're able to open them up. And we're able to adjust the light, which brings us to the second thing that you need to get started with baby chicks. And that's some kind of heat lamp. Now, we've got these lamps right here. Some people love them. Some people hate them. Some people use the little heat stands that they go underneath. But for us, this is what works. And we just turn it on and we can raise it or lower it. So when the baby chicks are here, week 1, we'll have it nice and low. And then as they get older, we'll raise it up. Or if the temperatures outside or in the garage get too hot, we can move it up and down to kind of help regulate the temperatures. But one of the most essential things, especially since we're in the early spring, we're still seeing temperatures in the 30s, and at night that can be very cold for the baby chicks. They definitely need a heat source. The third thing you need to think about is, how are you going to feed them? What we use is we like roosties. They come out with a couple of these. We actually use these in with our bigger chickens when we need them in here nursing. But Roosties has a line of some smaller products they came out with last year, and we like to use these. This is a feeder. We're able to control it. It's got the holes in there, plus it allows the chickens not to get in there and make as big of a mess as they could. We also like this feeder as well. This allows us to open it up, put the feed inside, but it prevents the chicks from crawling in and making a mess, and there's plenty of holes for them to get to the feed. And the fourth thing, number 4, the fourth thing that you guys need to think about that are crucial for starting with baby chicks is water. This is probably one of the most important things you can do, especially if you're raising meat birds like we are. They've got to have water. And we use this water right here, and we actually put small pebbles in there. We've got some smaller rocks that we put in to the water, and that prevents the baby chicks from getting in it and actually drowning. We've never had that issue before, well, because we use the rocks, and it seems to help. But this is one of the smaller ones we start with, and then we graduate to some of the bigger waterers. But you definitely have to have a good waterer. And this isn't really an essential part, but this is a little bit of a bonus tip. We make this stand from the leftover wood scraps from the brooder and hardware cloth. And we put the waterer on this. What this allows us to do is it keeps the shavings from getting up into the water. It gives a little bit of a stand for the chicks to get up on to get the water. It keeps it a little bit cleaner and neater, and they don't get water everywhere and make a mess. So it keeps the shavings off, and anytime that we add the deep bedding to the shavings, we just raise this up and put it on top, and it's worked out really good for us. And that's just hardware cloth left over, put it on top, and we staple it into leftover 2x4s that we split in half. And one additional tip to add into the waterers is apple cider vinegar. But it needs to have the apple cider vinegar with the mother. All right, the 5th and final tip to help get started with your baby chicks is the food that you feed them. We do non-medicated, we do organic, soy-free. We get it from Reedy Forks Farm up in Elon, North Carolina. We know what we're putting into the chickens, but also one thing is grit. This is actually made in Mount Airy, North Carolina. So we try to keep it local, but you gotta have grit, especially when you're raising broiler chicks, able to get the grit that they need to help with the digestion. So there you go. Top 5 things that we use, plus some bonus tips in there for you. Now, if you've got anything that we didn't mention in here, please leave it in the comments below. We're always learning. Again, this will be the first year that we're able to grow and sell our broiler chicks. So we're excited about that. Flat Gap Farm has their LLC now. We've been approved. All the inspections have been done. That's been quite a process. We're actually going to make a video coming up here in the near future about all the things we went through to get officially ready to go to be able to sell our pasture-raised poultry to the public, to local restaurants, and to you, the local consumer. So I hope you guys have learned something today. You can check out our previous videos if you want to see those about how we raised them. We've got 2 weeks, and then all of our broiler chicks will be here. It'll be crazy, but it'll also be exciting as well. So hope you learned something today, and we'll see you on the next video. That's right. You tell them.